Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Gamertag Radio.
All right, welcome to a brand new episode of your Gamertag Radio. This is your host, Danny Pena, and also joining me is Rihanna Manuel Pena. What's up, Ree?
Hello out there. We got an interesting one today.
A very interesting one, yeah.
I will say just a quick preview, a quick spoiler. When you sent me the trailer for this, the first and only thing I said was, "This is just so Japanese."
Oh, it's very Japanese, but it's so cool, so cool. So for those who don't know, actually, I played this game weeks ago. I finished it like 3 weeks ago or something like that. So I'm going to be reviewing Denshattack. This is from the developers Underquarters. The game just came out actually a couple hours ago. Actually, for those who don't know, I was playing this game nonstop
Every single
from
day.
the beginning to the end. Let me see how long it took me to actually complete it. But I know that this game reminded me so much of like the Dreamcast era, like that type of vibe. Just the graphics, the way how you fight, the way you do things with like Tony Hawk style and so on. But the game is amazing. I think it's two things. One is one of the biggest surprises of this year for me. And also I'll put it up there like one of my favorite games of this year too. Like I put it up there with a couple other games too. It's really good. So good. But we'll talk about it in a few minutes. But Ree, before we talk about this, do you know anything about the game? Because I know I want you to be, asking me questions about it and everything, but do you know anything? Or have you seen stuff online or anything like that before I talk about the game?
Yes. So I've seen a very small amount from this game, mostly in showcases and clips and teasers. But from the Steam page, I do know that this is a train skating game, essentially.
Yes.
So the pitch they have here is hop aboard your custom gravity-defying train and embark on a hectic quest to defeat the sinister Mirado Corporation alongside a vibrant pack of outcasts. Ollie,
Yes.
kickflip, and grind your way through through Japan's biggest cities, as well as a world of meadows, volcanoes, and oceans. Rack up points and chase that sweet high score as you flip a trick and stick the landing in your customizable ride. And I will say that was accurate, but not at all enough to understand how much game this game is. Like this is a game-ass game. I guess is the best way to say it.
Big time. And look, you start with this character. Her name is Emmy. You will see her lie in the game, but eventually there's another person you're going to get to meet. And there's a competition that's called Denshattack, a train competition. It's a train kart competition where you do flips, tricks, everything. So think of it as like, I'll tell you 3 games that reminds me of everything combined. Think of a Tony Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic,
for sure.
Sonic in there, maybe some Jet Set Radio, a little bit with like the animation, like the graphic style, and also
Very bright
of the
colors
music, and the music too. And more importantly, which I love this game so much, it reminds me a little bit of Thumper. Remember Thumper? Yeah, I love that game. Yeah, I still play that game to this day, and
that's a good pull.
The reason is you're the train. And you could switch tracks left to right, which reminds you a lot of that, of Thumper, right? The music and everything. And you control Emmy. You'll have like the basic train later in the game. There's going to be different type of trains where some of them you could do more tricks. It could be faster, slower. There's like power moves you could do to attack enemies and attack bosses later in the game. You also will meet other people that are competing in the game where once you beat them, they also will join you, and all of you guys will work together to battle, the final boss and so on. But I don't want to go too spoiler there, but it's a pretty cool story overall. But the highlight of this game is just like how fun it is doing all these tricks. Like I try my best to do as many tricks as possible. Like there are certain levels you have to have a certain amount of points in order to go to the next level. And some levels is, okay, can you finish it? I mean, if you don't, let's say you die or make a mistake, you will go back, try again, and so on. It's not like super difficult, but later in the game, it gets challenging. It takes me a while to figure out, okay, I need to figure out how can I get more points, because there's going to be tracks where you go up and you're like loose, and right there's an opportunity for you to do like tricks, all around and so on.
When you're loose.
Yeah, and then and then from there it will help you to get a lot of points because of your tricks, and also the way how you land too, like it helps you, you know. So, and there's multiplier too, where the more you do that, the more points you get. So like you could get those points even higher at the end of the game, you know. So on those particular levels, there's a timer, so you have to get those points at a certain amount of time. If not, it will tell you game over. Like you have to retry it again, you know. So it's not that hard, not that hard at all. But overall, it's good. It's good. The thing also I forgot to mention, the thing that I love about this game, like every level is like a new track, a new music song, and it stands out. Like it's so good. Of course, there's some Japanese songs, but there's like English songs in there too, man. So like, and some instrumentals. But yo, that is like the highlight for me. Is that it's a soundtrack. Soundtrack is so good. If there's a vinyl available for this game, like in stores, I'll buy that vinyl. Like that's how good it is. And like, look, I collect. For those who know, I collect vinyls, soundtracks. But yeah, what other question we're gonna ask?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so I have a question because in the trailer, the 2 minute 30-second one that I saw, there were a lot of cuts back to a band like performing like near wherever the train track is, and I was wondering if that is part of the mechanics of the game or like part of the story. Like, how does
No,
that
that was
fit
just
in?
that was more for the trailer, but the song is in the game.
So the songs in the game, but there's no like cut to a music game in between because it adds
No,
almost the vibe that I got, and so I was a
yeah.
little confused.
No, that one is just more showing off the actual like band playing the like that's the band from the soundtrack from that particular song that we got to see in the
But
trailer.
not, like, playable or any
No,
part
it's
of the
not playable.
gameplay.
Like no, at all, at all. What they did show is like you finding bosses. Like for example, there's one boss where the boss is a big, a gigantic robot will shoot you like a I don't know, like a ball. So with the train, you have to figure out, okay, let me jump, hit the ball so the ball can hit the boss. You know, so like
Mhm,
there's gonna be mechanics like that too in the game where you have to figure out how to attack these bosses, you know. So
mhm.
and there's some where it's train tracks, some of them you will be on top of the boat, you control the boat, you know, like
Yeah, I saw that
there's
in the
things like
trailer.
that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a lot of different things like that. But in the beginning, it's all about the train. Focus on the train tracks. And later, you could upgrade your train. You can make it faster. You could do like different type of tricks. I was like buying every train that I could think of that was there available. So right now, when I finished the game, it was almost 13 hours. It was like 12.8 hours. But yeah, it played amazing. Great on the ultra wide screen.
No,
Great
I can imagine, yeah.
on the Steam Deck too. Like it was Steam Deck or like ROG Ally. I did that too for a while. It's good. Plays really really good.
So let me ask you this, as you're playing this game, you are a train, but you're also controlling other vehicles, and you're in these sort of fantastical worlds. At any point, does it feel like, legit, like, I'm a train? Or do you instead almost feel like the train becomes a character?
I feel like the characters are the one controlling the train. But later
Mhm.
in the game, you're gonna have more characters are gonna join you. They're also gonna be in the train with you, so you're gonna hear like conversations. So it doesn't feel like okay, I'm only the train. It doesn't feel like that way, you
Okay.
know? Yeah, but it does. You will learn things to do because of the characters you get to meet in the game. And look, even the loading screen, you'll see, oh wait, this character joined because you beat that character in the competition, or you know you're for bragging rights. You're going back and forth, you know, and you will beat them, and then eventually, based on the conversation you have, you're getting along. Like, hey, you know what? You would it would join you, and then in the loading screen, you will see each person slowly part of that group, and it's growing and growing. There's just one page of the same image, but new characters will be in that loading screen. Like it's really really cool. Yeah. So it doesn't feel like okay, it's just a train. Like you could tell it's the character controlling the train.
Okay, cool. So maybe more like,
Think
oh,
of a
what am I
thumper,
thinking of?
still thumper, you know, it still has that vibe, but it also feels like a little bit of like a jet set radio type, you know,
Yeah,
type
I
game.
was
Yeah.
thinking of, oh god, what's the game where you're, like, in a bunch of killer vehicles and they made a TV show about it?
Are you talking about oh my god, the Sony game? I know
Yeah,
exactly. Oh my god, a Twisted
it's
Metal.
escaping me. Twisted Metal, thank you. Like
Twisted
like a
Metal.
Twisted Metal where you have characters that are the vehicles have some vibe to them, but it's really about the characters that are
Yeah.
driving the train.
Yep, yep. And there and look, you're gonna get to see the voice acting. Everything is very like Japanese
Yeah.
animation, that type of vibe. Like you're very excited and all that. Like it's actually really good. I think it was so refreshing playing this game. One is very, very different. I feel like a lot of companies don't like to take that risk of like creating a new IP, something very unique like this, and I'm
Yeah.
glad. I don't know how it is in the other consoles, but I know on Steam they have this right now for $17, this game. I'm like, yo, what? That's cheap. And the game is getting high praise, like great reviews, it's getting reviews, great positive reviews everywhere. And this is like the perfect one to actually buy and check it out because this is so unique. Again, I'll put it up there with games that I really enjoyed this year: Pragmata, Resident Evil. A
Well,
lot. Yeah, I'll put it up there. Like it's one of my favorites. Like now, this is gonna be like a mainstream game. No, I think if you're a fan of like Sega Dreamcast games, like that
mhm.
Sonic Adventure era, Jet Set Radio era, you will definitely gonna love this game because it brings back those memories from that time.
So when you're playing this game and like you don't have to give spoilers, of course,
Yeah.
but like how does the pacing work? Or is it like you do a challenge level and then like
Oh,
you
great
will
question.
drive to a boss and then defeat the world? Like is there like an overworld or a linear narrative to it?
So in the begin, you're gonna see the different locations where you're gonna go. But in the beginning of the game, I'm not gonna lie, it felt a little bit overwhelming in the beginning because I'm like, oh, I gotta
Hmm.
remember all these controls. Then you get used to it. But in the beginning stages, is you go from point A to point B. You gotta like manage to get to the end of that stage. So you do
Hmm.
tricks. The more tricks you do, you would get a pretty good review and so on. It will help you to get more stuff to unlock in the future. Like you could, because of that, it will help you to get upgrades, colors of like different type of trains, and like different things like that. And also, you could upgrade a train where those trains have certain things that you do, but it's only available for those type of trains. You get what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so some specialty classes of
Specialty
trains.
classes, all that stuff. Yeah, yeah. So, but like in the beginning, it was like, oh, press this to do this, and I'm like, oh man, it's a lot. Like I had to get used to it, and then
Hmm.
once I got used to that, I became a pro. Like, yo, I was like really into it. But it felt a little overwhelming. It's a lot going on the screen too in the beginning. It's just getting used to.
Okay, so the
Yeah,
pacing kind of works to, like
yeah. There's tutorials in the beginning. Do this and then do that. Like in the beginning, it's like I don't know if you play Thumper or not, but in the beginning, it would say, okay, you only on one lane,
mhm.
jump. Like that, and then slowly, okay, hold A
So a
to.
tutorial.
Yeah, it's a tutorial. Yeah, and then later, okay, now switch to different tracks. You gotta get used to it. And then once you're like, okay, you're fully prepared now, here comes the
Yeah.
real deal. And then you get to see more things like that later on in the game. But yeah, you're gonna get to meet characters, and those characters you meet, they're like, okay, what's up? You want to battle? Like, let's go 1-on-1. So like you're
Immediately
battling
wanna
with
fight you.
yeah, you're battling with that character, and you have to figure out how to beat that character. By based on points or getting to the area first or whatever, things like that.
Okay. And going back to the question, like, is there a narrative? It sounds like there kind of
Yeah,
is because there's
there
these
is
people who you're fighting against.
there is, but I didn't really like. It wasn't like my highlight, honestly. My highlight was more of
Sure.
the
Getting the
scores,
points.
points, unlocking new levels, unlocking new songs, new location. Like the narrative is there, the story it is cool, but it wasn't like my highlight at all. But that to me is like an extra bonus if you really want to get into that stuff. But for me, it was every other thing besides that. You know,
All right.
yeah, it's good.
All
I
right.
think high praise, must play. I don't care for what console. Get this as soon as possible. This is one of the best games I played this year so far.
Wow. High praise. That you play a lot of games.
Very,
That's
yeah.
impressive.
I play a lot of games, and actually, I remember seeing this the trailer when it like first announced it. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, this is different. I want to give it a chance.
It
Give it
looks
a
pretty
chance.
it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I was actually texting one of my friends, Tony Polanco. Shout out to him. Like hardcore Sega fans. Like we're hardcore. Look, actually, I'm wearing the Sega shirt right here. We're hardcore Sega fans, and we were going back and forth. And I told him, "Yo, this game remind me of that Sega Dreamcast era. Like it's so the
In a good
vibe is
way.
so there in a good way, of course, in a good way. because I feel like it's been lacking, honestly. Like right now it's all about like the IP and you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying, like that. But seeing something so different and then a new IP, it's hard to get to see and experience that type of experience in games, So
Yeah.
it,
New
it
original
was
ideas.
new original ideas and just great work, like it's good. It's really, really
Yeah.
good.
I mean, there's a lot of game. There's a lot of game to unravel there. So
And
that's
it's
great that it
cheap.
feels
And
fresh
it's
and new.
Yeah, and it's cheap. Go check it out. It's only $17. If you have Steam, right now, actually I'm gonna go right now and see it because it was. I was surprised.
Yeah.
I was very surprised seeing the price on this. Right now it's $17.99. Originally it was $19.99. So you're saved 10% off right now on Steam.
Yeah. Save yourself a few coins.
Yeah, exactly. So just want to mention that thanks to the team for sending me a code. It was a lot of fun. I can't wait to play it again. It's awesome. Actually, I'm gonna be traveling to Gamescom next month. I'm probably gonna take it with me. Just play it on the plane. Just play that again.
Long
Maybe
flight. You could probably get through a lot of train levels.
Yeah, I'm gonna play in the harder difficulty too.
Boy.
Let's do it.
Watch out now.
Let's do it.
Shoot.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening or watching Gamertag Radio. Make sure to tune in. We have more stuff coming up very soon. Like I said, Gamescom next week. Not next week, next month. We have a lot of content coming up from there. Actually, I've been booking a lot of appointments for Gamescom. It's a lot. It's overwhelming. So many appointments. I'm like, let me see which one I should pick. It's all good. Anything else, Reed, from your side?
That's it. I'm thinking I'll probably pick this one up. Like a lot of times I'm like, oh, the game isn't for me and that's okay. But just hearing you talk about it, it's making me more curious. So I think I'm going to try it.
It's cheap. It's not. Go try it out. It's a must-have. And actually, it's on every platform, every console.
Awesome.
All right, everyone. Until next time, we're out. Bye.
Bye.